The American landscape is more than just mountains and rivers. Look closer, between the highways and suburbs, and you'll see them. Interruptions on the horizon. Structures that defy easy explanation. Monuments built not by governments, but by individuals with singular, obsessive visions. From Georgia's granite slabs to Florida's coral gardens and California's twisted staircases. These landmarks prove one thing. The most powerful human drive is the need to leave a mark. But what happens when that mark is a riddle? This is Horizon Line. Today, we're unearthing the stories behind America's most perplexing landmarks, revealing the ingenuity and occasional madness behind these enduring mysteries. Our first stop, Elberton, Georgia, the granite capital of the world. In 1979, a well-dressed man calling himself R.C. Christian walked into a local granite company. He represented an anonymous group of loyal Americans, and he had a blueprint for a structure that would rival Stonehenge. The project was massive. 4 vertical granite slabs, each 16 feet high, weighing a total of over 230,000 pounds. But the truly baffling part was the message. Carved into the stone in 8 languages were 10 guidelines. Some were reasonable, like calling for fair laws. Others were terrifying. The first, command: maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. In 1979, that meant wiping out over 90% of the world's population. Who was R.C. Christian? It paid in cash, communicated through intermediaries, and vanished. The Georgia Guidestones became a magnet for conspiracy theories. Was it a satanic altar? A New World Order manifesto? A guide for survivors of a nuclear apocalypse? The mystery only deepened with its astronomical precision. A hole drilled through the center column always pointed to the North Star. A slot in the stone aligned perfectly with the solstices and equinoxes. This wasn't just a billboard, it was a clock and compass for a world after our own. The mystery took a violent turn in July 2022. An explosion destroyed one of the pillars. Wheaton Owers, citing safety concerns, officials demolished the entire structure. The American Stonehenge was gone, but the identity of its creator remains one of America's greatest unsolved puzzles. A chilling reminder that some messages are too heavy for even granite to hold. Next, we traveled to Homestead, Florida, to a garden of stone that seems to defy physics. Coral Castle is a complex of megalithic stones, weighing a total of 1,100 tons. It has a 9-ton gate that moves with a single touch, and 30-ton rocking chairs carved from solid rock. The crazy part? It was built by one man. Edward Leeds Skalnin was just over 5 feet tall and weighed barely 100 pounds. He had no heavy machinery, no crew. He worked only at night, by lantern light. Why? He wasn't building for fame. He was building for his Sweet 16 bike in Latvia. Ed's fiancée, Agno, left him the day before their wedding, saying he was too old and too poor. Heartbroken, Ed came to America, survived a bout of tuberculosis, and dedicated his life to building a castle for the love who never came back. But how did he do it? This is where the story gets strange. When asked how he moved stones heavier than those in the Great Pyramids, Ed would only say he'd discovered their secrets. Teenagers spying on him claimed they saw the stones floating like balloons. Did Ed Ledskalnin crack the code of anti-gravity? Or was he just a master of leverage and patience? The mystery only grows when you learn he moved the entire castle once. When a subdivision was planned nearby, he hired a truck. He'd make the driver walk away while he loaded it. The driver said he'd leave, and when he returned, 20 minutes later, multi-ton stones would be perfectly stacked in the truck bed. Coral Castle stands as a monument to the terrifying power of a broken heart, proving a man can literally move mountains if given enough time and silence. Now, let's head to the heart of Silicon Valley, where a Victorian mansion follows the logic of a nightmare. This is the Winchester Mystery House. Sarah Winchester was the heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune. The gun that won the West made her rich, but it came at a price. After her infant daughter and husband died, a psychic told Sarah her family was cursed by the spirits of everyone killed by a Winchester rifle. The advice: go west and build a house for the spirits. As long as the hammers kept ringing, she would live. So, in 1884, Sarah began a construction project that lasted 38 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until her death. The result is architectural chaos. The house has about 160 rooms, but the layout makes no sense. There are staircases that lead directly into ceilings, doors that open onto two-story drops, windows built into floors, chimneys that stop before the roof. The number 13 is everywhere. 13 window panes, 13 steps on stairs, 13 palm trees lining the driveway. Was Sarah truly haunted? Or was she just a depressed, eccentric woman using construction as therapy? Some historians suggest the ghost story was exaggerated. Sarah had severe arthritis, so the shallow, easy riser steps and abandoned renovations make some practical sense. Still, the house is a physical manifestation of guilt, the most expensive ghost trap in history, built on a foundation of blood, money, and grief. From Silicon Valley, we go to Watts, Los Angeles. In the 1920s, an Italian immigrant named Sabato Simon Rodia, a tile setter who barely spoke English, began a 33-year project on a small plot of land. Using only simple hand tools and no scaffolding, Rodia built 17 interconnected towers, the tallest soaring nearly 100 feet into the sky. Their skeleton is made of scrap rebar he bent with his own body against nearby railroad tracks. He wrapped them in wire mesh and concrete, but it's the skin of the Watts towers that makes them legendary. Rodia decorated every inch with junk: broken 7-Up bottles, blue milk of magnesia glass, ceramic tiles, seashells, mirrors. When people ask why, he'd just say, "I wanted to do something big." The truly baffling part is their strength. They look delicate, like concrete lace. In the 1950s, the city of Los Angeles condemned them as unsafe and scheduled a demolition. The community fought back. To prove their point, the city brought in a crane to pull the tallest tower down. They attached a steel cable and pulled. The crane groaned. The cable snapped. The tower didn't budge. The only thing that broke was the city's machine. The Watts Towers even survived the massive 1994 Northridge earthquake with barely a scratch. They stand today as a glorious monument, proving that one man's trash can truly be his cathedral. Our previous landmarks deal with the past. Our final one is being designed for a future we can't even imagine. The US government has a unique problem. How do you warn people 10,000 years from now to stay away from a nuclear waste site? A civilization that far in the future might not speak English or understand a radiation symbol. This is the field of nuclear science. Architects and linguists are designing landmarks of fear. One idea is the landscape of thorns. Massive 50-foot concrete spikes jutting from the ground at sharp angles, making the area look hostile and unwelcoming. Another is spike fields. Endless fields of black basalt blocks, designed to create a feeling of oppressive dread and heat. The mystery here is philosophical. We're trying to communicate with a civilization that doesn't exist yet, engineering the emotion of terror into the very landscape. But what if, in 5,000 years, a traveler sees a forest of giant concrete thorns and thinks it's a temple? What if, like the explorers who found the pyramids, they think it marks a treasure and start digging exactly where they shouldn't? It's the ultimate irony. We try so hard to preserve our history, but our most dangerous legacy requires us to be forgotten. From the Guidestones' astronomy to the Winchester House's chaos, these landmarks share a common DNA. They aren't just stone and steel. They're external hard drives for the human soul. Ed Leedskalnin wanted to preserve love. Sarah Winchester wanted to escape guilt. R.C. Christian wanted to warn the future. Simon Rodia just wanted a matter. These stories remind us that the American landscape is a museum of obsession. These builders looked at the horizon line and decided it wasn't enough. They had to break it, confuse it, and make us stop the car and ask, what on earth happened here? And in asking that question, we keep their stories and their mysteries alive. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more journeys to the horizon line.